Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to start our day. We're gonna start off with our gentle yoga, And I wanna start off with this idea. We've talked about the sutras and we've talked about, yoga means now is the time for yoga. And we've defined what is now. What is now? We've talked about how the chatter of our thoughts, right? We all have this chatter of our thoughts. And the purpose of yoga is to get beyond those thoughts, right? That's sutra number 2. And sutra number 3 tells us that when we do get behind or below or above those thoughts, we reside in our true nature. And so we want to learn who we are. We want to be what we call self-realized, which means we see ourselves clearly in that true nature. We don't get swept away. So today I wanted to talk about the sutra that is helping us understand that one of the ways you can quiet your mind is with breath work. And so that's what we're going to focus on today. So let's turn off our tech. Drink up your water. And let's take our seat. So as I said today, we're going to work on our breath. I don't even want to say work on our breath. We're not going to work on it. We're going to massage it. We're going to learn to focus on it. We're going to become aware of it. Okay? And that's what we want to be doing. So let's begin that now. So first, we're going to find a position of stillness. Today's class is going to be very gentle, very, very gentle in the way that we move. But sometimes, for many of us, sitting still is really challenging. So much nicer when we can keep moving and keep distracting and keep doing and keep planning, right? But just pausing and sitting still sometimes is harder for us. So maybe you might find that today. I don't know. So I want us to feel this sense that we are stilling our body. We're quieting this physical body. And for this first minute here, we're just going to watch. We're just going to watch the thoughts. So as always, if the true nature is the blue sky, and then our thoughts are the clouds and the birds and the airplane and the pollution and all the extra stuff put up there, this first minute of our centering is just to watch what clouds or what objects, what thoughts sit on your blue sky, your true nature. So 1 minute, just what are you thinking about today? What's on your mind? Beautiful. So as many of you have heard me say before, we can think of these thoughts as horses. It's common that 60,000 thoughts a day is what the average person has every day. 60,000 thoughts. Imagine 60,000. So that's constantly raining on us. Thoughts and 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 thoughts, thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts all day long. And unless we're mindful, unless we're actually working on some of this, they're the same thoughts that we thought yesterday. They're the same thoughts that we'll think tomorrow. They just keep happening until we start to notice them. And some of the work I like to think about is, which horse do you want to ride? Which thought do you want to think? They're not all healthy. They're not all joyful. They're not all aligned. And they're, most of them, not true. You know, it depends, right? So today I want us to focus on which horse do we want to ride, being mindful of that, okay? So for this next minute of centering, I'd like you to ask yourself, what is the emotion that you have right now? What is your emotional body saying? So the true nature is that blue sky. Those objects on the blue sky is the thoughts. Those thoughts create an emotion, a feeling in you. What are you really sitting with today? What feeling? What do those thoughts, those horses, cause you to ride? Where's the trip taking you? What is the emotional system you're sitting with today? 1 minute, please. How am I feeling? What is that emotion? Beautiful. Okay, so that's your starting point. Double check that you haven't made a judgment about your feeling. I feel good today. I feel better than yesterday, right? We don't want to be in a judgment about it. We want to know the feeling. I feel sad. I feel heavy-hearted. I feel excited. I feel eager. I feel appreciative. I feel hopeful. I feel despair. I feel depressed. I feel anxious. Whatever it is, right? It's just a thought. And then the final centering. So in my work of the inner circle, October is our decluttering month. We don't just declutter our homes, we actually declutter some of the 60,000 thoughts a day. We learn how to file thoughts, file them away. Some of the files we don't need to reopen, some of the files we want to be using on a consistent basis. So we can file, we can declutter some of this chaos in our brain. And what I'd like you to do, and the purpose of today's class, I'm hoping, are specific tools that you can use that can help you align with feeling the way you want to feel. So these are tools of being gentle when your life feels a little bit chaotic, okay? So on this third and final centering round, I'd like you to pretend that you, if you're a person who loves little fat chubby babies, I want you to imagine a baby. If you're not into human babies and you're into little puppies or little kittens, I want you to imagine that. I want you to imagine something you can care for. Okay, maybe it's a plant. What emotion would you want to come into this baby, kitten, puppy, seedling? You know, is it playful? Is it nurturing? Is it loving? Is it present? Joyful? How would you want to feel when you are about to care for this very precious little one? What emotion would you want to feel when you're caring for this little one? This is what I'm offering perhaps as an intention for today. This feeling is what you use for your own self in our practice. So one more minute here, settling in into the mantra. If there's something else you want to use, feel free to pick it. But otherwise, let's think about what you want to feel and let's settle in onto that mantra that would help you feel that. I want to feel present and loving with you today. Present and loving. What do you want to feel? When you have it, let's bring our hands into prayer, thumbs against the heart. Repeat your mantra to yourself a few times. And gently bring the chin to your chest. Slowly open your eyes. See these fingertips, these precious fingertips of yours, already with that emotion in mind. And then release the hands down. And maybe it doesn't feel really easy. Maybe you're really far from that feeling. That's okay too. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to take our legs in front of us. We're going to need 2 blocks today. We're going to take our legs in front of us. We're going to have our palms behind us, and you can have your fingers reaching back. You could even use your blocks here if this is more comfortable, however you want to do it. And we're just going to do that. That's all we're going to do. Back and forth. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. Just physically moving through the body. So as I said, the sutra we're working on today is the one that helps us remember that one of the ways that we can really get out of those chattering mind is to regulate our breathing, right? Pranayama. So we got about 3 more of these windshield wipers. And then I want us to focus on exhaling. Take a big inhale, but our real intention is on that exhale. Exhale it out. Just like what I teach in decluttering in the inner circle, we have to clean out the closet before we can put things back, right? We have to empty out before we can put in. It's the same thing with our breath. We have to exhale all the way out in order to get that inhale. Go ahead and straighten out your legs and let them fall away here, propping up on your elbows, keeping the elbows right underneath your shoulders if you can. And we're just going to move that left leg just open and close. Exhale. Imagine a TV show that you really like to watch, or a song that you could just listen to a gazillion times. And then pretend that your left leg is that cool. Like, oh my goodness, this is like the best thing I've ever done, is watch my leg go back and forth like this. There's nothing else to do here. Just, it's fascinating the way it turns. and then releases. Keep exhaling. 3 more. And we'll come up, come up, come up. Let's close your eyes and feel the difference between the one leg that had the movement and the leg that didn't. Keep exhaling. Can you get your exhale to be a little bit longer? You can hear me. I'm exhaling through an open mouth today. Taking it in through the nostrils, but on the exhale, opening it just. All right, back down to the elbows, switching legs, and just let it open and close about 20 times. You can watch, right? You can watch your mind want so desperately to make you think about something else. It wants to control you. The horses that really want to take you somewhere, that are used to taking you somewhere around this time, are beckoning to you to come ride on those horses, but you're changing it, right? You're mindful and you're giving yourself a task, and that is just to watch this leg and exhale. Nothing else. There's nothing else to do. This is it. You're cleaning out that closet here. You're cleaning out that exhale. You're cleaning out this hip. 3 more. Beautiful. Come to sit up. Leave your legs out straight, but they can be relaxed. And just notice. Start to count your exhale now. About how long is your exhale when you really push it out? Inhale. And then just count how long your exhale is. Keep going. So one of the things T.S. Little, one of my favorite teachers, taught us is that if you want to be enlightened, and I mean really enlightened, it takes 10,000 mindful breaths a day, right? So mindful breathing 10,000 times a day would get you to enlightenment. Good luck with that. Okay. I'd like you now to take a pillow and a blankie, right? Because we're nurturing that little baby, baby. Find a little blanket that you can use, and I'm going to fold it over just level here, and I'm going to take 2 blocks. I'm not sure how you're going to want this. I know that for me, I might have it up a little bit higher, and I might have a little bit higher of a pillow. You're going to play with this. We did this a while back. The blocks are going to go underneath our ribs, but we're trying to bring our attention to this lower back. Okay, so we want the lower back to be nice and saggy. The blanket is there to be able to to make it not so pointy. Yeah, I don't like my head that way, so I'm going to turn my blocks down. So take your time to set this up so it's comfortable. You're going to be here for a while, and you're doing it because you absolutely love this precious baby, so you want it to be just right. You don't want to be slapping something together. So take your time to make it just right. And then notice here that you have the ribs on the block. And if you don't have the blocks and you'd rather just use a blanket, just use a blanket. And find a position that's comfortable for your legs. And just keep exhaling. Start to breathe deeply into this lower back. See if you can, with all this space here, all the space between your lower back and your mat, see if you can breathe really big where the back is like trying to lower to the floor. The legs are relaxed. The gripping around the glutes are relaxed. Everything is very chill. What's that feeling that you want to feel towards that precious little one that you're taking care of? Is it nurturing? Is it maternal? Is it sweet or tender? That's the mantra here, okay? That's the mantra for yourself. Now bring your attention to the right leg. Keep exhaling. What position is the right leg in? Does it feel like it turns out? Are you letting it flop out? Let's bring our left knee to bend. Put the left foot on the floor. Make any adjustments you need to. Remember, we have this tender nurturing. And on the exhale now, big inhale. Exhale, start to bend this right knee and bring this knee up towards the arm. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest. Breathe into your backside. Inhale. Exhale, open the knee, put the foot back down and slide it back out. Again, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, slide the knee up to the chest. Stay there towards the arm, big inhale. Exhale, close the hip, bring the knee towards the collarbones, towards the middle of your chest. Stay there, big inhale. Exhale, open it up. Exhale, slide it back out. 6 more. Inhale, stay where you are. Exhale, bend the knee, bring it to the arm. Breathe into your backside. Inhale. Exhale, close it. Long, 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 long exhale. Stay there, big inhale. Exhale, open it, return it to the floor and slide it out. We're only moving on our exhales, long exhales. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee towards the shoulder, lift it up. Inhale. Exhale, close it, stay there. Inhale. Open it, exhale, return. Inhale through the back. Exhale, lift to the shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, close the hip. Inhale through the back. Exhale, open and return. 3 more, moving on exhales only, trying to get long exhales. Nurturing, loving presence. Only moving on exhales. One more round on this side. Breathe into that lower back. Nurturing presence, loving. No need to hurry. No need to judge or critique. And exhale. Take both legs to bend or both legs straight and just pause. One way to quiet the mind is to regulate the breath. Watch those exhales. By watching the exhales, we're choosing which horse we want to ride. We're choosing the horse that takes us to nurturing and loving and kind, whatever it is. All right, switcheroo, please take your right knee to bend. 8 times. Inhale, keep it straight. Exhale, left knee comes in now. Inhale through the back. Exhale, close to the chest. Open it up and return it. If your hip is clicking, it's okay. Just maybe do a little less. Breathe into the back. Long exhales. 4 more. As I said at the beginning, sometimes moving quickly or moving from one thing to the next is a lot easier for us because we don't like moving slowly. Notice if your horses that you're typically on are beckoning you to go fast. That's not this ride. Two more. And when you finish that, take both legs straight or bent and just wiggle yourself around any way you want to. Keep those exhales long. Okay, come back to center now. Watch here for a moment so you see what we're going to do. So we're here. And if you don't like this setup and you want to come flat on the back, that is an option also. I like the extra boost, but you decide. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to drop the knees to the left. We're going to stand up the right leg so that the foot is completely on the mat to protect the knee. And I'm going to push the foot really firm, and I'm going to lift up, 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 and then down, 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 down. That's it. Okay, we're going to stay on this one side. So let's do it together. Bend the knees, feet on the ground. Drop the knees to the left. Stand the right knee up. Make sure your foot is firm. Push the foot down. Lift up that lower back. Lift up the rib cage. Move in a nice big twist. And then coil, 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 coil down. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, push. Inhale. Exhale down. That's it. Keep going. Inhale, stay down. Long exhale. Clean out that closet. Stay there. Big inhale. And return. Three more. Inhale. Exhale. Push. Keep that playful or that joyful or that maternal or that nurturing mantra. Two more. Big inhale. Only moving on exhales. Last one. This is really deep awareness, deep, deep work. And gently, 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 both knees up and just pause. How are you? Okay, 6 times to the other side. Drop the knees to the right. Please stand up that left leg. Same thing. Push the foot down. Big inhale. Exhale. Push away. Only moving on exhales. Big inhale. all the tissues of your body. Exhale, push away. Keep pushing through that big toe to protect that knee. And only moving on those exhales. One or two more. I've completely lost track. Could you imagine just doing this for hours? Like, it feels so good, right? It feels so good not only to move the physical body this way, but to really turn on this deep inner gaze, like really just noticing what the heck is going on. Last one, I think. Just push away. Big inhale. And gently, gently, gently back to your neutral. Just a quick little pause here to check in. Take your time, and we're going to make our way out of the posture. So you're going to roll over to either side. So those of you who spend the week with me, who are doing other classes besides the Monday, we're really focusing on centering this week, inner leg line, inner arm line. Okay, so this is kind of the setup for that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to unleash our props, unleash them, but keep our blocks. We're going to be on our knees for a deep hip opener. If you feel like having a cushion for your knees is ideal for your little sweet puppy baby that you're caring for, that someone has given you the task to nurture. Got to do a good job now at nurturing. We're going to take 2 blocks and we're going to come into tabletop and just start to pedal here. We're focusing on those exhales again. All righty, let's take our right knee forward. We're going to take our right knee forward and we're going to walk it out. So we're talking again to this inner hip. If this gets to be too tricky for you, you will, of course, back off. Okay? And then the right foot is on the edge of your mat and you're checking to see that the toes and the knees are lining up as you know. And we're going to lean forward here. Some of you might want to lift this leg up and just put it back down a couple of times. Maybe just check to see how this left side feels. Exhales only here. Finding stillness. You could keep your toes curled under. You could press the toes down. We're here for another 8 to 10 breaths. You could bring your elbows to the blocks. You're keeping that right big toe plugging in.
Beautiful. Slowly
peel yourself up. Take your blocks with you if it helps you. And we're going to come back and pause. Just keep emptying. Again, decluttering. You're just pulling all the excess out. Clean out the fridge. Clean out the closet. Clean out the thoughts. Clean out the breath. Clean out the stagnation. Clean out the congestion. All right, here we go, switcheroo. Our right leg is coming forward. Same thing here. You can find that you are walking that edge to the edge of your mat, leaning forward a little bit. Maybe you'll lift and lower, just finding that nice position there. You could stay up and play. Double check that your knee is sitting right over those toes and that big toe is plugging in. Find a position that works for you. 12 breaths. Two or three more breaths, please.
when it's time for you to come out, come on out.
Beautiful. We're going to turn now to each other. Find a position that's comfy. I would think maybe sitting in a virasana where you, if your knees are sensitive, maybe you'll sit up a little bit higher. And we're going to come around so that our calves are pulling apart and we're sitting very comfortable. Okay, you want to be really, really comfortable. Some of you can come down lower. Whatever works. Okay, we just want to make sure that our calves are rolling out so that our knees feel very happy. Beautiful. We're going to take our arms out wide. Take your left arm up and just drop that left ear to the left shoulder and do whatever you want with this other arm. Longer exhales maybe. How long is it? See if you can count how long that exhale is. So nice. Sliding your hand underneath. Go ahead and put your head up and just pause. Maybe roll your head side, just side. Just keep exhaling. That's what our horse is riding right now. We just want to keep exhaling. Just releasing that tension. All right, switcheroo. Arms open nice and wide. Right arm up. Pull that head and drop it down. Anything goes here. It doesn't have to be the same. How sweet are you? How precious are you? Right? You don't need anybody else to tell you that. I know. You already know that you deserve to be well cared for. You get time to relax and replenish. This is not about anybody but you and your nurturing, refreshing, renewing, playful, joyous, and free time that you're setting. 2 more big breaths. As I like to say, the more you care for yourself, the more you take care of yourself is so loving to the people who care about you, right? My kids want me to take care of myself. They want me to be happy. They want me to feel like I've got what I need so I can show up for them, right? It's so funny. We're all so selfish, right? We have to take care of ourselves so that we can show up for others. And our loved ones want us to take care of ourselves so we can show up for them, right? Human. Beautiful. Come on up and release. Keep those exhales going. Sometimes when things feel very stressful, I almost imagine a puff of smoke coming out. Or if you're angry, maybe a big bolt of fire coming out. If you're feeling calm and loving, maybe it's big white cloud of yumminess. So maybe a visual or a color will be supportive here for you. Just keep exhaling. I don't have to hold on to anything. I sometimes even use the mantra, I don't know. Like, it's so nice to not know something. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't know what's for dinner. I don't know what time we're going to go. I don't know. I just don't know. 2 more breaths. And I don't have to know. All righty. Arms in big wide wings again. We're going to bring our arms into a goalpost arms. Double check that your wrists have integrity. We're bringing our attention to the heart chakra, which is bright, bright green, vibrant, vibrant green. And all we're going to do as we plug in our belly lock is we're going to twist to the left just a tiny bit, and then back, and then twist, and then back, and then twist. Now, if you had a mantra that was playful or fun, like if you just want to be so, so happy, sometimes it's nice to put a block on your head. If this is not going to be relaxing to you, or it doesn't link up with you, or you're afraid of looking cool like me right now, if I'm too cool for school, then you don't have to do that. But it's just approaching ourselves in sweet ways. So we're lengthening our spine right now primarily, and we're just doing a little bit of twist, left and then center. You got 4 more, left and then center. Doesn't that feel good? Left, center, 3 more, left, 2. I feel really cool like this, by the way. And 1, come back to center. You call me a blockhead if you want. Are you a blockhead like me? All right, switching sides to the right. 8 and center. Keep pressing the head out, long spine. 7. I want to be a fun babysitter. 6. Feels so good. 5. Long spine, belly is on. 4. Think about what you're doing here. You're getting some juice in those discs. 3. Exhales are long. Don't forget your exhales. 1 more. And back to center. Take away your blockhead and just pause for a moment. So what we're going to do now is we are going to add a mantra. So mantras are used in yoga philosophy in many religions because I always think of it like an eraser. It just sort of erases the chatter of the mind. I can't be thinking about all this stuff if I have to do something with my mind, right? So the mantra we're going to use is Om. Om. O-M, or some people spell it A-U-M. Om. Om. If you were out in the woods, it would be the sound of the forest. If you were alone in your house, it would be the sound of the building you're in. It brings us back to the right alignment, that we aren't just us. We are so connected to the sky, to the trees, to the water, to the ground, to each other. So we're going to practice that, okay? We're going to say it over and over and over and over. Okay, that's how we're going to close. So we're erasing our chattery mind and we're coming into this center. Now, while you're oming, while you're saying this om, some people who feel that they would rather say amen, if you're a person who is a religious person, that amen means something, or any salutation at the end that you want to use that means something to you. To me, it's om. It just brings us to that alignment that we would hear if we were out in nature. So as you're doing this, I want you to also have this near and far awareness of, like, where am I creating that sound? What parts of me are creating the sound? As it's coming out, and noticing that there are vibrations you're sending out, which changes the vibrations in the room you're in. So it's cleaning the area around you as well in many philosophies. All right, here we go. Inhale. As long as you can. Inhale through the nose. 3 more. Um, And just pause for a moment. Notice if you're feeling any shift or any awkwardness. We're creating sound. We're taking up space. We're putting ourselves out there in an odd and vulnerable way. Somebody were to walk in, they'd be like, what is she doing? Right? So it's a lot. We would talk about the throat chakra, being able to express ourselves. So if you're feeling super uncomfortable or dorky, you can hum. You can keep your lips closed and just, okay? Pretend you're singing a song. Those of you who feel really uncomfortable with this, try to open your throat. Try to let it out. This time we're going to use the heart chakra mantra, which is YAM, Y-A-M. Okay, and I'm going to give you a pattern and then I'd like you to follow it out. We want it to be in our exhales, really full exhale. So here we go. I'll do it first and then you'll continue with me. Exhale out. Green, inhale. Yum, 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 yum. 7 more together. Inhale. Yum, 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 yum. It's like you're cleaning out your insides again. Yum, 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 yum. 阳阳阳阳 Loving peace. What's your mantra? Inhale. Yum, 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 yum. So beautiful. 2 more. Doesn't matter if you can sing. Yum, 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 yum. Last one. Yum, 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 yum. This last one, we're going to do 1 Om. Inhale. All right. Make your way to your final posture, whatever that means to you. Maybe you want to prop your legs up. Maybe you want to just fall down on your floor with pillows and blocks. Whatever you think would serve you best. A nice simple thing would be just to bring those blocks, put the knees on there, cradle yourself with this blanket, tuck it underneath so that you feel held, and maybe even putting a bolster or something on your pubic bone to help you feel grounded here. Making your way there now.
so precious, so swaddled with love. Allow yourself to bathe in this. Maybe keep the humming if it feels soothing to you. Maybe cuddle up with a blanket. Let yourself really be nurtured by this practice today. As always, thank you so much for keeping your light on. Thank you so much for it. Deep bows to you all. Mm. Namaste.